Do you think that kind of festival could have been possible a few years ago?
Yeah, but I don't think it would have been as successful as it is now. I think like Canadian music is just at a really high level right now, and all the bands have kind of peaked out, and it's just a really good time for this kind of festival. I think it's a lot more successful now than it would have been a few years ago.
T'as l'impression qu'on est affecté par le fait qu'on va vivre la transition là, comme à l'approche de l'an 2000?
Oui, je pense que la question comme la question du Dieu, du deity, ou la question the question of the psyche and the ego, and the ability for us as individuals to strip away that aspect of ourselves and get more like the divine, you know, within us, and get more to the true self. And that's what I've been trying to explore in I suppose a cathartic way through the music of the band, you know, with my lyrics on this record.
Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire à Winnipeg? On parlera du Edge Fest tout d'après, mais...
On est allé faire ce show-là pour les Jeux francophones de l'Ouest canadien. Ils nous ont invité un show aller-retour en avion. On a passé la fin de semaine là, c'était super cool. Ça nous a réconcilié les liens avec le Canada anglais parce que les gens là-bas sont vraiment trippants. C'est le friendly state et ça paraît.
You said that the album that you just put out is the album that you've always wanted to make. In what way?
Well, I think we had a lot more preparation time. We had more of a budget to work with. Before, it's always been whatever we went in and did in a demo sense, whether it was a day or 2 days or whatever. We would record entire albums in like a really small time. So this time we actually had some time to prepare to make a real record, as it were, you know, as they're normally done, not, you know, the way we do things.
Every time we wrote a song, we'd record it, but this time we actually wrote a bunch of songs and picked our favorites for a change. It was kind of nice.
Alanis Morissette a lancé cette semaine sa vidéocassette intitulée Jagged Little Pill Live, une vidéocassette qui va vous permettre de constater à quel point l'ascension de la jeune chanteuse vers le sommet a été rapide et impressionnante. Pour réaliser sa vidéocassette, Alanis Morissette a dû visionner plus de 220 heures de tournage, dont 78 heures qu'elle avait tourné elle-même avec sa petite caméra. La vidéocassette est mise sur le marché après que la chanteuse a vendu 25 millions d'albums à travers le monde et donné plusieurs centaines de spectacles.
It is to be a filmmaker, or to be a filmmaking student, you know, and I love the cinematography of a lot of the shots. I love black and white. Happiest person alive when I'm editing something. Yeah. When I'm on that end of things. I'm not to say that I don't enjoy performing, but I really love editing, and putting together the show taught me so much. I was working with some pretty brilliant people.
And you got very close to your editor, no doubt.
Yeah. We got really close. You know, it's just about as much as usually doing it or not. I've been trying to downplay the celebrity aspect of it just because the concept of fame is very, well, it's an illusion, basically. So as often as I can dispel that illusion, I do, but without breaking my back doing it. But I don't know if I was consciously doing that when I was doing this. This was more just for myself, just to get as much footage together as I could of memories, you know.
And now you're letting everybody see it.
Yeah, I wanted to share it with whoever wanted it, you know. They can get it if they want. If they're over it and not interested, they don't have to watch it.
Pathetic view of, you know, the similarity of questions around the world and interviewing techniques.
In their defense, there's only so much you can ask without crossing boundaries, you know. There's the 2 years I needed to find a way to keep my sanity, and that was just being myself, and also not only dispelling the illusion of what it is to be a celebrity, but dispelling the illusion that society sort of tells you what you should look like as a woman artist, as a famous person. You should look a certain way, and while some of it is fun, it's also very one-dimensional and unrealistic.
Mike Gauthier pour InfoFax. Il est fortement question que U2 nous présente un album en concert de la tournée Pop Mart. C'est ce que The Edge a déclaré tout récemment. Le plus récent disque de ce type pour U2, c'est Rattle and Hum, paru en 1988. Et puisqu'on parle de cette série de concerts, c'est la plus lucrative de l'année 97. 49 millions de dollars amassés jusqu'à maintenant depuis qu'elle s'est mise en branle en avril dernier. Il y a aussi les Spice Girls. Mardi, le 8 juillet, ça va faire 1 an qu'on a mis sur le marché la pièce Wannabe. Depuis ce temps-là, les filles sont devenues des méga stars internationales et auraient empoché à peu près 90 millions de dollars. On divise ça en 5, elles sont très heureuses. Il y a aussi 311 qui va nous proposer un nouvel album le 5 août prochain. Transistor en est le titre, c'est un double album, 21 chansons là-dessus et la tournée va débuter la même journée que la parution de l'album. Et en terminant, les Rolling Stones font face à un retard et afin de respecter l'échéancier prévu, Mick Jagger est à Londres actuellement en train de superviser le mixage de quelques chansons et Keith Richards fait la même chose à Los Angeles.
We are the future.
It's not my problem, my problem.
I ain't missing you. No matter what I might say.
A personal hallway. 6 months living. It's safe to say we are alone. Just open your eyes. Forever and ever.
Après la pause à fax, une entrevue avec le groupe montréalais Go Van Go.
T'as le goût de risquer. T'as le goût de gagner. T'as juste le goût d'en caler un quand t'as
Laissez-vous envoûter par la frénésie du techno avec le premier party rave sur disque Rave Nation. Retrouvez 15 des meilleurs DJ d'Europe sur cet album et dansez au rythme des 15 succès tirés des meilleurs raves. Plus d'1 heure de party non-stop, Rave Nation, anciennement en importation, est enfin disponible au Québec sur étiquette Bonzai. Procurez-vous dès maintenant Rave Nation, l'album rave de l'heure. Tu rêves d'avoir enfin ta voiture? Arrête de te casser la tête. Les vendeurs te font peur? Fini les cauchemars. Viens chez Will Elmy. Avec Maximum 36, tu peux louer une Z22 à partir de 188 $ par mois. Will Elmy à Repentigny, un concessionnaire relax pour qui il n'y a pas de petits clients. Will Elmy, Chevrolet et Oldsmobile, la lumière au bout du tunnel.
Ici Charles Bédot. Ne manquez pas la 11e édition du Festival international Nuit d'Afrique de Montréal du 7 au 20 juillet. Sous le thème d'ici et d'ailleurs, les festivités reprennent de plus belle cette année au Balatou, au Club Soda et au Medi. Soyez de la fête à la place Berry et assistez au spectacle continuel d'artistes venus de tous les pays. Pour plus d'informations, contactez la ligne Info Arbel ou consultez le cahier week-end du Journal de Montréal et Allô Vedette. Du 7 au 20 juillet, vivez au rythme du Festival international Nuit d'Afrique de Montréal.
Aujourd'hui sur la scène Bleu Dry, les plus belles couleurs du Festival international de jazz de Montréal. Aujourd'hui, Benghazi Saxophone Quartet et Ricardo Lambo et Makina Loca. À 20h, Benghazi Saxophone Quartet. 4 saxophonistes virtuoses, une musique originale et bouillante d'énergie. À 22h, toujours sur la scène Bleu Dry, Ricardo Lambo et Makina Loca. 8 musiciens des tropiques, un mélange irrésistible de salsa et de soukou. Ça va danser. Rendez-vous ce soir à la scène Bleu Dry au coin des rues de Bleury et de Maisonneuve. Bleu Dry, comme je l'imagine.
Si j'étais maître du temps, où qu'on aille, on trouverait toujours de la Bleu Dry. Bleu Dry, comme je l'imagine.
Le duo montréalais Go Van Go a lancé il y a quelques semaines l'album Bliss Station, un album qui a été construit à partir d'échantillonnage de sons industriels, une toute nouvelle approche pour le groupe. L'album a été enregistré dans un bureau au centre-ville de Montréal et a été réalisé par Dan Tierney, qui est un des 2 membres du groupe Go Van Go. J'ai donné rendez-vous aux membres de la formation sur un terrain de golf à Montréal pour parler du nouvel album.
I've known that some rock stars have been golfers, and as we'd like to be rock stars, maybe if we could show people we could golf, they'll believe us. I heard the Eddie Van Halen guy, or these older guys who seem to hit golf balls on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of God, they have golf.
I don't feel like doing anything else.
We didn't just write songs and then do the production after. We sort of did both at the same time. So the loops and beats and or just funny noises would become the start of the song, and then from that you would create around that. That I've never done that type of thing before.
I did some ghost vocals from time to time, and then when I'd come back again, it'd be totally different.
Oh, really? It would change?
Oh, yes. Very weird stuff. So, okay, now it's my turn to put my tracks down, and it was work for me, because they had put in so much time pulling it into a different direction than I was used to, and that's where the baseball bat came in.
My approach was to take it as if you were seeing a movie, like Pulp Fiction or something, where you can go the whole extremes in emotion in a film. You can see tender love, and then you can see like a horrific thing, and there's like a cavalcade or a roller coaster to a film or to a theater piece. And I think the idea with this record was not to have something that was just always atmosphere and pretty and nice, but that could take the listener and the musicians and particularly myself and Sandra somewhere else, from song to song, and within the song go small and then go really big. And so that was sort of the overall thing that occurred.
Said that this album feels like when you're watching television but playing with the knobs at the same time.
Yeah, basically that you could play with the contrast and the color, and you can, which is what we did with this production of these songs, is that we were able to, I think, attempted to, okay, you start out with something, but then we're going to go somewhere else, We're going to respect the melody and we're going to respect the lyric, but we're going to twist it, and then we're going to bring it back, and then we're going to do the whole array of colors, from the green to the red and the purple, and then back and forth, like the big VU meter.
Yeah.
So I think that was the way that I was looking to do it.
La semaine dernière a eu lieu à Montréal la conférence annuelle de l'AAN, The Association of Alternative News Weeklies. C'est une association qui regroupe 107 journaux hebdomadaires d'Amérique du Nord. Patrick Masbourian assistait à la conférence et a été témoin d'un débat envenimé au cœur duquel s'est retrouvé notre journal hebdomadaire montréalais, The Mirror.
Salut! Eh bien, effectivement, le journal Mirror, qui, soit dit en passant, était l'organisateur de la conférence de cette année, s'est retrouvé au cœur d'un
that takes place. This organization should be about supporting builders, not buyers. Support the builders. A lot of us started our papers as a response to the dailies and to the concentration of ownership of only a few people owning all of the print media in Canada. And we think it's essential to have an organization that supports other independent alternative newspaper publishers rather than helps the daily newspapers move into our market.
We are a trade organization. We are here to protect our interests as weekly publishers and weekly editors. And our interests are not served by allowing daily newspapers into the organization.
There are some people in our organization who like to think of themselves as businessmen first, before the businessmen rather than editors, and I think that we've got to fight that tendency in this group and not just become a country club, but still stay, you know, a pretty radical group of alternative newspaper publishers.
Seems to be more than a political debate. It's sort of a philosophical debate. What do you think about that?
I think it's a bit of a bogus philosophical debate that went on in there, actually. I wasn't very impressed. I mean, people said that as a matter of philosophy, they have to keep anybody who's affiliated with a daily out of the organization. But ownership's not what it's really all about. I mean, that's not philosophy, it's just dogma. You know, when you actually look at what's going on in that room, there are a number of chains that own, like, you know, dozens of alternative news weeklies. They just happen not to own a daily. But it's big business down there in that room, and for them to sort of wander around and pretend that they're all alternative and that they don't use marketing techniques, it is all just an accident.
And this issue is this no way philosophical. This is all about money and nothing but money and protecting your own money. I think that all of these people who work at papers that are owned by huge companies, although not companies that own another print media, are like telling us that we're...
Pour commander, syntonisez le canal Indigo et appuyez sur...
L'équipe intérêts économiques et ne leur rafle leur marché et préfère que ces entreprises...
Au téléphone.
Voir comme... One.
Les animateurs.
People don't like that rocket. Hey, and you won't make any friends by sticking your tongue out.
To the side desk.
It was with you on your birthday. It will be with you always. It has been swept aside, brushed off, and cut short. And yet it always returns. It is rested on your shoulder, whispered in your ear, and wrapped around your little finger. Your hair. You finally learned to love it because you finally learned how to treat it. Pantene Pro V with the exclusive Provitamin formula, now and always. For hair so healthy looking, it shines.
Is your dance lacking that certain edge?
Oh, yeah!
Then pick up the phone and call for a Much Music video dance party. The fun is legendary.
Live music television with a giant video screen, state-of-the-art sound and lights, the hottest videos. It's headed this way! I'm frightened!
Call our toll-free number now and book a Much Music video dance party, the nation's only touring music television show. But be ready, this thing rocks. Brought to you by O. Henry. Oh, hungry? O. Henry.
Okay, what's the easiest and most convenient way to get from there to here? It's AOL Canada. Email friends and family around the world. Discover how easy it is to send email with style.
You have mail.
Banking at home is easy. Get the latest stock quotes or research your mutual funds. AOL Canada lets you point and click your way through the internet. Their web browser easily guides you through the wonders of the World Wide Web. Enjoy instant access to local, regional, and national weather forecasts. You'll be amazed at how much you can find and how much you can do. All the latest Canadian and world news right at your fingertips. Plus total sports coverage, including you-know-who. News, weather, sports, travel, favorite magazines, personal finance, games, email, shopping, the internet. AOL Canada's got it all and more.
Call now. Dial 1-800-297-5517 for your free startup kit and get 50 free hours of discovery time. That's 1-800-297-5517.
This summer, stay connected with friends you have and friends you'll make with real connections from Coca-Cola. Check under caps of specially marked 600 milliliter and 1 liter bottles of Coca-Cola Classic, and you could instantly win an Aptiva computer with internet access. You could also win free Coca-Cola, StarTech cell phones, or Motorola pagers with Cantel AT&T service to keep you in touch with your world. So make connections this summer, real connections, with Coca-Cola.
Coming at you live from the Herald's, it's actually the Thames Terrace now. This is, what do we call these again, Richie? Reflectors. These are reflectors, but I'm going to use it as a frisbee. You don't mind, do you? No. Actually, what these reflectors do, they catch the sun and reflects back into the actor's or the personality's face. Or the VJ. Or the VJ's face. Yeah, the VJ. Fold it up. You want me to fold this up? I can fold this up. Something like that, right? Something like this. Anyway, ready to go. I'm talking Republica on the way. We're going to start things off right here with Mud Girl out of Vancouver. Let's check it out. Contact on Much Music. Right there.
darn glasses. I want soft contacts, but I've always been told if I want to see clearly, I'm still...